Namaste. Welcome to the new session. I think every one of you are enjoying the rain. Of course, this rain is causing lot of inconvenience and disturbance and lot of work in various other parts which are very close to the coastal areas. Whatever it may be, rain is a vibrant word. Why? Because it was the source of water. If you look at the water, it is the most important and basic need of human existence. It is the most important resource for human existence and life. We can take it, water is the most basic need of everyone. Today, in this session, we are going to learn about water resources. How water is available and what are the other ways it was used. What is called water budget. It is a new concept that you are going to learn through this session. If you look at the water is the most valuable and important resource of the human existence. It was very necessary for human life. Without water, human existence will not be there. Not only humans, even the animals, even the plants, all need water. And water is available onto the earth in different ways, of course. If you look at the water cycle, what you have studied in previous lessons, you learned about evaporation, precipitation, condensation, all that in lower classes. But here, in 10th class, we are learning about the most refined words related with water, that is what called inflows and outflows. Because water cycle is a part of these two things called inflows and outflows, you can understand the word inflow means the water coming and outflow means in what way water is used. Here now you are learning a new concept called water budget. You know, in financial matter, we have heard about the word budget. Budget is nothing but making a list of our resources and what way we are making our expenditure and what are the ways we are getting money. Our resources, what are there and how much we are spending and how much we are earning, we will make a balance, that is what called budget. But here water budget means we can make a balance between the inflows and outflows. Then it is called as water budgeting. Water budget is a new concept which balances the inflows and outflows of water. If we look at the inflow is more than the outflow, certainly we have plenty of water with us. When we have more outflows, that means our water expenditure is more than water which is we are getting from various sources. That is, it shows that we are in need of water or we are in scarcity of water. So, making a balance of our own economy, making of a budget of our own house or family, in the same sense, water budgeting is also necessary for us today, because water resources are depleting day by day because of various reasons. So it is very necessary and it is very compulsory, we can say, for every one of us to look into the water budgeting. So water budget is nothing but it is a balance between the inflows and outflows. Let us look what are called the inflows. Inflows are the water. Inflows of water includes, or inflows of an area includes precipitation, surface flow and groundwater flow. If you look at, we are now balancing the inflow of water and outflow of water. If we want to balance the inflows and outflows, first we have to know what includes in inflows. If we look at inflows of water includes precipitation, surface flow and groundwater flow. Let us know in detail of these three of the inflows. That means precipitation, surface flow and groundwater flow in detail. Inflow includes precipitation. Precipitation you know very well. In previous classes you have studied about precipitation. Precipitation is nothing but the water is flowing onto the earth's surface due to various reasons after condensation. That is what called precipitation. So here the precipitation includes rain, snow, hail, dew, fog. All these forms, whatever is coming onto the earth's surface, that all is called as precipitation. So whatever the water reaches onto the earth's surface in the form of rain, snow, hail, dew or fog, all these sources, water is reaching onto the earth's surface, that all is called as precipitation. So in various forms the precipitation takes place on the earth's surface. With that lot of water is reaching onto the earth's surface, it all includes into the inflow of water. Let us look at the other source of inflow, that is called surface flow. As you know by the name surface, surface means on the earth. Whatever the water resources are there on the earth's surface and whatever visible water is flowing in them, that all includes as surface flow. Whatever the water sources that are visible to our eyes and whatever the water is flowing in that resources, that all includes in surface flow. So surface flow includes the water that is visible in the sense we are looking into it, and flow from the rivers, canals, ponds, lakes, all these sources, water is flowing, that we are looking into, we can see with our eyes, such water which we can see with our eyes and flowing on the surface of the earth, it all called as surface flow. So precipitation and surface flow, and another one, that is groundwater flow, is also there in the inflow of water. What is called groundwater flow? Groundwater itself shows that the water inside. You know that between the layers of the rocks inside the earth's surface, there is water. Lot of rocks are there inside. Between the rocks, the water is stored. What is called as the layer of water called aquifer. So among these aquifers, the water is stored, and this is what called the groundwater. We could not see this groundwater. If we pump it with a motor by running, by making a borewell or something, then only this water will be pumped out. So then only this water can be seen. Till that one we could not see the water inside. So here groundwater flow includes which are not visible, but it is flowing inside the ground. Such water is called as groundwater flow. It is easy to estimate either the precipitation form, how much water is reaching onto the earth's surface, or in the form of surface flow, how much water, how many, you have been watching in the TVs that this much of water is flowing into the rivers, like that the TVs in news they are telling that this much water is flowing into the water, like that they are telling. So it is easy for us to calculate how much water is reaching onto the earth's surface through precipitation and surface flow. But it is very difficult how much water is there to find out underground water. So we can say that it is very difficult to estimate groundwater flow because groundwater flow is not visible to us. But how can you can have a question? Then how can you know about the groundwater? We can just guess the groundwater. How can we guess the groundwater? By looking the slope of the land. By looking the slope of the land, we can just guess how much water is there underground. So in this way, the precipitation, surface flow and groundwater flow, all this includes into the inflow of water. Then we are going to learn about the outflow of water in the next session. Then we have balanced both of them. Then we can find out whether our outflow is more and inflow is less. That is showing the scarcity of water. If our outflow is less than the inflows, then we have plenty of water. That is what called water balancing. So in the next session you are going to learn about the outflow of water. Then we can have a very good interaction and balancing of water, how we have to make a balance and what are the various examples given in this chapter to know, and how they are successful with water budgeting, all that you are going to learn in the next episodes. Thank you.